What is a law library? Libraries are equal parts space, service, and collections. We have for a very, very long time had exceptional services and exceptional collections, and this is the first time that we've had a facility to match that.
Learning the laws about the outside world and building a society that we could be proud of. So kind of looking outside the window and being like, okay, this is the world. I'm excited for that meaning to come into the space in a way that wasn't there before.
In the past, libraries have been very inward-looking. Now, the guiding principle is outward-looking, being able to open to the community, to the academic campus, to be able to be seen. So this becomes sort of the educational heart or the cultural heart of the law school.
Another way to think about the project is a process of revelation. Those windows were always there, but we just didn't see them. And so if we've succeeded in our project, those bones of mid-century inspiration are going to be revealed in a still more beautiful way. It's deeply meaningful for me to remember all of the people who came together around a common purpose, a shared project.
We had voices of students, of faculty, of administrators.
It's really an example of stewards of the institution who have a long-term vision for what is great for Columbia Law School and working together in order to make that happen.
Well, I came to this country in 1989 as a stateless alien. It was Columbia that gave me an emotional and intellectual new home. I hope this library would become a community where students can converge and debate and grow together.
We envision the law library as not just a repository of knowledge with a stack of books where people go to learn something. Rather, it's a place where people come together, engage with one another.
Where the tradition meets innovation, where students will have access to the latest tools while still continue this ancient tradition of legal scholarship.
That's what I imagine when I think of the 20 study rooms. That's what I imagine when I see these open spaces where students can talk to one another. Just being next to one another and having that space is the beginning to then have a conversation with that person and understand that we have a common purpose and a commitment at Columbia Law School, and that while we may disagree on different things, my goodness, do we have an opportunity to come together and share ideas in the spirit of advancing knowledge.
That learning about each other in the midst of the learning about the law is, I think, so key for the community and for the law school in general.
What is a law library?
What is a law library?
What is a law library?
The library, in some ways, is this brilliant representation of the advancement of knowledge, and it's also a space in which people can work together as part of that project.
Finding new ideas, engaging in immersive study, building communities.
And through that dialogue, have a deeper understanding of their work, have a better understanding of the law, have a deeper understanding of the ability to work together.
When a student first walks through the door of the Lilu Law Library, I want them to find their favorite spot and get down to work.
I want them to feel inspired. I want them to feel a little bit of awe.
I want them to find a sense of belonging.
I hope they have a feeling of happiness, a feeling that we hear you at Columbia Law School and want to make your experience fantastic. And I hope they spend time here.
This is a wonderful, wonderful library. As Dean Abebe sometimes says, you strive for perfection and you are likely to achieve excellence. And I think that we have done that.
There's so many people that have contributed enormously to this project. I'd just like to say thank you again.
I can't believe this day has come. It was a great process, but it's even greater to see it come to fruition and to see the moment that we open the library.